What's up, everybody? My name is Ryan. Thank you for joining me for another episode. Today I'm exploring a mountain town about 45 miles outside of Palm Springs, California, and about 2 hours from Los Angeles. I've never been here. I'm excited to see what it's all about and see what it has to offer. So come with me today and let's explore Idyllwild, California together. So through my pre-planning and research of this town, it looks like the population is about just under 3,500 people as of the time of this recording. Yeah, it's definitely a small town. I think you could do it all on foot. You just kind of park wherever, and there's plenty of parking because the drive up here, it took me about 45 minutes from the freeway. The drive itself is very mountainous, lots of twists and turns and everything, and you really don't get to anything. There are some hiking spots, but you don't get to anything until this town. And this town just really seems to be sitting in the middle of nowhere. So I didn't see many people, and then all of a sudden it was like, boom, I'm in the town, and then there's a lot of people. The weather is insane. Like, I looked at the weather in Palm Springs, and it's about 30 degrees warmer today. Obviously the elevation is higher here, so it's gonna be cooler, which also means in the winter it snows here. But right now, middle of August, it is stunning. It is beautiful. It's about 74 degrees. So definitely a nice place to come when it's super hot out. First things first, I have to get something to eat because I did just drive 2 hours from Los Angeles, a little over 2 hours actually. So we have to find some food. So I'm not sure what is good here, but we will find something. This is where I'm heading. The Idyllwild Brewpub. Let's go get some grub. So I'm here at lunch at the Idyllwild Brewpub. It is crazy busy. Luckily, I'm by myself, so they were able to squeeze me in. So this place was recommended by one of the locals that I chatted with. He said, ambiance is great, food is excellent, and I never really get beer, so I'm gonna have a beer since it's a nice summer day. So I just finished lunch at the Idyllwild Brewpub. Yeah, the food was all right. Can get better food in town, I'm sure. So next time I would try another place. But the setting is really nice. And yeah, it's pub fare. You know, burgers, salads. If I, going there again, I would probably try something else though. It looks like there's a concert going on. I just happened to stumble across it. Maybe some local group, not sure. But it's cool to know they have a local venue for bands and stuff. Some people out here practicing their fencing skills. That is not something I see every day. There's not a ton of information about Idyllwild online. I'm getting a better feel just like walking around and talking to locals. Told me something I had no idea about. There is a tram in Palm Springs that takes you up to the top of the mountain, and you can actually hike from the top of the mountain into Idyllwild. on the hiking trail. That's a pro tip, very cool. Getting back, I don't know how you'll get back. You gotta hike back, and it might be a while. Humber Park is where a lot of people start the trail. If you drive up there, it is $5 for a parking pass for the day, so just keep that in mind. But very, very cool to know you can do that. One thing I'll say is really nice about this town is you can't get lost. Literally, there is the center of town and everything is around it. So it's really easy to kind of see on foot, that's for sure. So everybody around here seems in very good spirits today. I know it's a nice Saturday in August, but yeah, everybody just seems really happy, and there's like live music around. People just seem to really be enjoying themselves. So I sort of feel like I'm at Disneyland, just with kind of the theming. I mean, there's like a lot of those little carved wooden statues everywhere. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm in a theme park. I don't know how to describe this town as anything but quaint. Quaint is the word of the day. If you want to get out of a major city, this is such a nice, relaxing place to come for an afternoon. Just walk around. Everything is so cute with this little hardware store. They don't have the big Lowe's here, but they got what you need. Now, if you happen to be in Idyllwild on an afternoon and you find yourself really wanting a tattoo, you know where to go. You found the best. I just met the nicest guy, talked about how he used to live in Torrance, California, and just his family bought a place up here in the 80s, and he just loves living around here, says it's super quiet, especially during the week. There's not a lot of people, so it can get really quiet, he said, which is really nice. And then on the weekends, you actually have all the tourists that come into town. So there's a lot more stuff going on, which, you know, I can imagine it would be nice to have a quieter place during the week. So this is really cool. They have their own little movie theater here. A lot of small towns don't have a movie theater, so this is a really big plus for especially the people that live here. You know, this town is actually really small, but it doesn't feel that small because there are so many shops to check out. I don't know, maybe I am filming, so I'm taking a little bit longer than I would normally to see everything, but that's what you should be doing if you're having a relaxing weekend day, right? Just take your time. Take your time to see everything while you're here. Very important to note for anyone in the area, right next to the Traveler Information Center, there are public restrooms. one of the recommendations I was given. Idyllwild Gardens was a must-see in Idyllwild. That place smelled amazing. There's like lavender sage in there and candles, incense, and smelled like a spa. Okay, so I have to say, out of all the places in town, this is definitely a must. This place is a highlight, for sure. It is so cute. Everywhere I turn, there's like something else really cute to see. So I just met Chuck at the Travel Information Center. Nicest guys, lived up here for about 13 years, moving here from the Coachella Valley. And he was like, it got way too hot down the Coachella Valley. Pro tip for anyone interested that is close enough or is around here, Thanksgiving weekend. He said it's magical time here. The center of town has trees that they light up for the holidays. So it's a huge tree lighting ceremony. He said they do get snow here during the year, but there is no skiing. So other towns that are close to Palm Springs or Los Angeles, like Lake Arrowhead or Big Bear, a lot of people do go there for the snow activities. Here, there's no skiing. However, you could do cross-country skiing on some of the hiking trails. So that's actually really good to know. You can come and see some snow. I guess I've found where you can stay when you come to Idyllwild. There is the Idyllwild Inn. There were also places on the drive-in that you could stay that were a little bit outside of town. So there are multiple lodging options, it looks like. So I think I'm gonna head back uptown. Maybe grab a coffee, and we'll unpack and kind of chat about the town. All right, back on another recommendation, Black Mountain Coffee. is the coffee place I heard I have to go. So let's check it out and see if it's good. So I came to Black Mountain Coffee for an iced coffee. They have these really cool, like reusable, recyclable, reusable coffee cups. If you bring it back, it's $2 off your coffee. So that's pretty cool. They did not have any ice. It is cold brew, so it's still cold, but they didn't have any ice. So it's not an iced coffee, it's just a coffee. Cold, chilled coffee. Pretty good though. Bummer, I wasn't able to find a bakery this time to get a baked good. You know, I love my donuts, but Amelia's bakery was closed, so next time. A little bit more about this town. It sits at the bottom of San Jacinto State Park. It was also known originally as the Strawberry Valley because of all the strawberries that grew here. It's a 4-season town, and I've read that there is a bluegrass festival here every year in September. One of the other things that people love doing here is horseback riding. There's just a lot of outdoor activities that happen here. You know, although it's a really small town, you would expect there not to be all these services like acupuncture. That's, you know, not a super common service to provide, but there is a place to get acupuncture in Idyllwild, California. So one thing to note is that hiking is really big around here, just like in many places in California. But there's also the climbing community around here, I heard, is really huge. So a lot of people come here to climb the mountain, the rocks. I don't know, I'm not a climber, but yes, there is good climbing here apparently. It looks like Nomad Ventures might be a good spot to get some of your camping gear, maybe climbing gear. Parkas, backpacks, tents, day packs, sleeping bags, stuff like that. All right, so I wanted to find a good spot to unpack our day in Idyllwild, California. I think that this town has so much to offer, from lodging to the small town vibe, restaurants, things to do. You know, I would say that this town is the perfect place to spend an afternoon. I don't know if you need to stay the night. There are places, there is lodging if you want to stay the night here. But to me, this town is sort of the perfect day trip, whether that be coming from Palm Springs or Los Angeles. I think that it's the perfect spot to spend an afternoon. Yeah, it's a great little town. So if you've ever been here, let me know in the comments what you thought, things I may have missed. Again, I try to figure out what is going on in the town. I come in with fresh eyes. Sometimes I talk to the locals and they tell me things to do, things to see. I'm sure there are things I missed. I'm sure there are other things to do here, but yeah, what I saw, I was very pleasantly surprised with this town. So what do you guys think? Is it worth it to trip it or to skip it? I think I want to move here, so I definitely think it's worth a trip. This town is special. I've been to a lot of small towns, and this one in particular is just a special place. Everyone I've talked to loves it. Everybody that has been here or is here for the first time loves it. The vibe here is happy, quaint. Again, we'll go back to that quaint word. Quaint is the word of the day. I'm literally sitting under an apple tree in the Idyllwild Museum front yard. It's a great little town. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me on this trip to explore Idyllwild, California. I had a blast. I hope you did too. If you liked this video, like and subscribe below for more content like this. I'll see you next time.